Shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that root well. Peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect and risking your lives and freedoms to do so. Definitely more so now than ever before. This is the brother Zion Amar from the GMS Detroit back camp, and this is going to be a quick lesson, all right, regarding, all right, the Heavenly Father, who the world will ignorantly calls God, and answering the question, what does God look like, right? Because when you deal with a Christian, you know, they always give these ambiguous, answers. You know, they dwell in the gray area, right? To say, especially when he's, Yahweh Shai as well, that they are both, spirits, or, no one knows what God looks like, or, he's olive color, right? Whatever that means. Does that mean olives are chiefly only what you got? Black olives, you have like a brown or beige type olive, and then green olives. So we know ain't nobody on this planet that's green. So that denotes that really all right, you said the answer. He's beige or black, right? I.e. dark, melanated, dark hue. All right, but we're just gonna answer that real quick. So this is Revelation, the 4th chapter. All right, and we're just gonna go through it. It says, "After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter." This is basically an angel talking to John. All right, revealing, just basically different prophecies that were to come to pass. It says, "And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne." All right, so basically, a throne, something that a king, all right, would sit on, showing that the Heavenly Father has a body. All right, he has a body because he can sit down. He's not a spirit. All right, he's the Father of spirits, but he's not a spirit in the sense when Christians say that, they give you the impression like he's some type of a floating orb or something like you see, in a children's, cartoon, or some type of science fiction, movie or whatever. All right, so the Heavenly Father did have a body, all right, because he sat down. Now, really, it says, "And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone." All right, so the appearance, he said, when he looked at whoever was sitting on his throne, which, by the way, is the Heavenly Father, who the word we ignorantly called God, all right, jasper and sardine stone. So all we have to do is a quick Google search. What does a jasper stone look like? All right, so just did Google, right? Jasper stone color, right? And what do we see? We see images of brown colored stones. All right, brown colored stones. So there's jasper there, jasper gemstone, right? Now, yeah, jasper can have other colors, but we have to apply Occam's razor, right? Basically, what makes the most sense, right? And notice they mentioned jasper, as well as sardine or sardine, all right? But you can quickly see at a glimpse, right? It's showing a lot of brown colored stones, brown hue, all right? Go to sardine, however you want to say, more brown colored stones. All right, so what if we were to put those together? All right, it's gonna like if you was to paper with brown, and then the color it with more brown, like it's just gonna be a deeper, darker hue of that color brown, right? So just showing that the Heavenly Father, just like Yahweh Shai, is of a very dark complexion, right? It says, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, basically the aura of the Most High, right? The chariot lights and whatnot, okay? In sight, like unto emerald, okay? So that's that. Now, just to back up, Heavenly Father having a body, because it said he sat on the throne, just like you would do on a couch, right? Or in the chair or whatever. So real quick, this is Daniel 7. And let's see, let's get 10, 8, 9. This is Daniel 7 and verse 9. It reads, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. You see that? Once again, the Heavenly Father sitting right on his throne, as a king would do and should do. All right, Ancient of Days. Obviously, this is a reference to the Heavenly Father because he predates time. Right, that's why he's called the Ancient of Days. Right, he's older than time itself. He created what we know to be time. All right, he's the author of everything we know, everything we see. All right. You yourself, you're a creation of the Heavenly Father. Alright? It says, whose garment, showing again he had a body. When he sat in, he had a garment. A garment is something that you wear. Alright? Even in the NLT, what it says, I watched as thrones were put in place, and the Ancient One sat down to judge. His clothing, right, referring to his garment, was as white as snow, right, which refers to the Heavenly Father's basically purity, right? He's pure power, you know, and he's holy, right? He cannot be tempted or swayed by, wickedness or sin, right? The Heavenly Father is the embodiment of perfection. He is perfection. All right. We're going back. All right, in the KJV. All right. Midway through verse 9 it says, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair. All right. Now we're getting a little more descriptive to give further clues on what the Heavenly Father looks like. Right? We know that his complexion is of a dark brown, and then now his hair, he says, was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. So white in color, what we call so-called gray hair, right? And then the texture of that hair was woolly, right? And so when you look at a lamb, right, or a sheep, right, they're known to have what? A woolly, texture. And basically the only people on the planet, let's see, head like the pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire, right? Referring to the chariots, so-called UFOs. All right, so-called UFOs are referred to as wheels, all right, because they hover and they basically, the lights that's round about it, and when it sits, basically you have to look at you go to Ezekiel in the first chapter where it refers to the chariot as a wheel within a wheel. There's one part is stationary while the extremity is spinning, or even vice versa. Well, that's just showing the majesty, all right, of the Heavenly Father. He has technology that's thoroughly out of this world that the so-called white man can't wrap his mind around. He can't explain. You know what I'm saying? He can't explain what, by way of carnal means. See? Now, let's go. Yahushua said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And we know Yahushua is also a dark-skinned man. Right? And that's easily proven when you read Revelation, the first chapter. Just read Revelation, the first chapter, right, in totality. But namely around the 13th verse, 13 through 15. And then also you can read Daniel, the 10th chapter, right, the 5th and the 6th verse. But, let's see. Israelite, all right? He spoke Hebrew and he's from the nation, all right, or his nationality is of Israel, all right? So his actual name in the Paleo Hebrew would be Yahawashi, all right? Yahawashi. It says, Yahawashi saith unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me? Philip, he that have seen me have seen the Father, and thou sayest then, show us the Father. So he just set the Philip straight, like you've been with me all this time, running with me. You know what I'm saying? And so you see what I look like. So you've been seeing me all this time. Then know the one that sent me looks just like me. All right, Yahushua is basically a carbon copy of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right, he's a chip off the old block, so to speak. Okay, so that's that. And I'll pretty much leave it at that, man. It's not, what's understood should not have to be explained. So very, very simple and basic. Dealing with the milk, but things like this actually is as simple as this concept is. All right, and what the Heavenly Father looks like. A great majority of the world don't believe, right, the scriptures I just brought out, right, and they stumble. They stumble over something that simple. So, Lord willing, this was edifying, and with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Akakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well. Peace and salutations to the IQ. Just pushing his word in truth and sincerity.